Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tim, and welcome to another Saturday live stream. I hope you're as excited as I am, because today we are going to finish this damn game. For those who weren't here last week, we are playing Contradiction, the all-video murder mystery game, and yeah, we got elbows deep into a small-town murder mystery that started out. Let me go ahead and turn the sound on for the game here. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying. So, we are here to continue on our merry adventure, going down the path as Inspector Jenks, getting clues and pointing out contradictions in people's statements to us about evidence. And I have this whole note card of notes here that I've been taking over the last couple of days, and I am super excited to jump back into it. Thank you, by the way, for those who are complimenting my haircut. I actually got it done earlier today because, well, I have some big news to announce at the end of the stream. So for those who end up here at the end of it, you are going to be in for a nice, delightful treat. So make sure you stick around till the very end, and let's get back to the mystery. Let's see. So when we last left off, we actually just discovered Ryan's guitars, and this was interesting in that why on earth would Ryan Rand have a set of guitars? Like, is he just... Oh, already used the remote control lock, so I guess I can't look in the garage again. Huh. No, I don't have any sound from the game. Let me look into that and see if I can figure out what the hell's going on here. Okay. Easy as a simple restart. You gotta love when that's the case. So anyway, let's load our game. Yes. Moves us forward to 8 p.m. Now you see a little bit of the process of how I have to get into the game. Full screen, that son of a bitch. And, you know, I really want to talk to Paul Rand again because I've got a couple of questions for him. Especially about this new information that I just got from Simon about the auto-hypnosis technique that they're using at the Atlas course.
Can you tell me more about the auto-hypnosis techniques used on the course?
Apparently I forgot to turn captions on too.
On the course. Not at all?
Not anymore.
So, how was it used?
It's okay, little duck. I'll also, well, I probably won't make the announcement on Twitter because...
or things like that. It was meant to force...
Force?
To help students.
Did you force them?
You can't force anybody into being hypnotized.
Well, of course not, but you just said hypnotizing. What's the wrong word? Sorry, I just wanted to,
or damaged in any way.
That perked my ear right up. Part about the hypnosis
so
thing.
Never put pressure on students to enter into hypnosis?
No, that's not the case.
It would be impossible to do so.
But yeah, for those who stick around, big, and I probably won't make it on Twitter because I don't like to make that announcement until after it's already done. So, you won't be hearing about that until tomorrow. For those who aren't here for the live show.
Does Ryan play the guitar?
Ryan couldn't get a tune out of a radio. He's tone deaf.
So he doesn't actually know about the guitars out in the garage. Interesting. Hello, Dari. Good to see you. Glad you could join us. Huh. So the dad seems to think that the son can't play the guitar. We'll have to ask the son about that here in a little bit.
What can you
Let's
tell
see what
me
he knows about the doll burning ceremony that we happened to walk in on last episode. Seriously, for those who are coming into this midway, you're going to be completely confused because, well, I kind of did a very poor job at recapping everything that we know. I was too excited to get actually into the game, sorry. And you'll probably just have to go back and watch the old episodes. If the ceremony was Ryan's idea, then it seems we'll have to go ask more about that over there. Cool, so there was one little contradiction in his statement that I wanted to ask about. It was about the necklace. He said that the necklace looks familiar, but he can't say for certain. And then he says that he bought the necklace for somebody. No? Okay. What about this guy? No? I guess not. Sad. Oh well, it's fine.
Thank you.
Exit.
Probably be back
Thank
later.
you kindly. Oh, thank you, Phoenix. I'm glad you like the haircut. And let's... I kind of want to go see Simon and Emma again because I've gathered a lot more evidence since the last time I talked to them. And it only feels right to stop by and just see what they're up to. This game is called Contradiction, Dari. It's a murder mystery, all motion video, full motion video would be the proper acronym. Murder mystery game where we play as Inspector Jenks, the handsome gentleman with the great shoes that you saw walking around earlier. And we're going around gathering evidence and testimonies and pointing out contradictions to try and figure out who murdered 2 people. 2 people now dead, not just 1. Why would he know anything about the guitars? I'm just curious.
Guitar collection.
Not a whole lot. I know he brought a guitar to one of the groups once at the end of one of the stages.
Right. So just to break out at the meetings, you know. Let's all gather around and listen to me play the guitar.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Which means he's at least maybe not proficient, but not terrible.
What do you know about Ryan's guitar collection?
I know he plays because he tried to buy one off me.
Do you play?
Really?
I used to. I used to be in a band, but I was a singer as well. So
why would he have tried to buy a guitar from Emma?
I used to sing in
She wasn't in the group or anything. How would he? Oh, right,
but,
because they were sleeping together.
Sometimes it was in a pub, but usually at Rebecca's.
What was that called?
It was called Blackstone. And
yeah, that was the band that
company once came to see us.
Played at the pub every so often. Oh, right.
So after that, I don't think they liked me much, and then we broke up after college.
No, but he does look a lot like Matt Smith, doesn't he? There's actually a really great behind-the-scenes video, if somebody in the chat will try and find it for me, of the gentleman who plays Ryan Rand and the gentleman who plays Simon recreating a meeting of the 2 doctors, where it's Tom Baker played by Ryan Rand because he looks just like him, and Simon playing Matt Smith, and it's freaking hysterical. Let's ask her about this auto-hypnosis technique.
Auto-hypnosis is?
Because maybe she saw a behavioral difference in Simon that he wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah. Have you ever tried it?
No, I haven't. But I think Kate was into it.
Interesting.
She learned it from when she went to Atlas.
And what did she tell you about it?
Probably not much.
Not a lot, really. I think it helped
It
her.
probably wouldn't be one of the
uses it as a
prompts
sort
of the hypnosis to tell people about your hypnosis. Oh god, I'm very scared of what that video is. It's probably not what I think it is. Okay, so she doesn't really know anything else, and we don't really have anything else to point out to her, so that's fine. I kind of just wanted to touch base with him anyway. Alright, so... You know, we've seen 2 people in this area in the park. Let's just go by there real quick. Nope, okay, fine, no problem. And then go ahead into the woods. Go to the jetty. I still want to know, are those the 2 people that we saw over by the tree earlier, and this is just a picture that never gets updated? Damn it, wrong way. Further into the woods, that's the one we wanted. Into the clearing. Have you guys left your meeting? No. And I can't check out the devil sign on the tree. Let's go to Atlas. I guess I could have mapped there, but you know what? You never know where the investigation symbol is going to pop up, so I don't mind taking the extra time. Okay. Come here, Ryan Rand. Wait. That's right, he did have to go see his dad, but then how do I... Oh, I guess I can't talk to him right now. Interesting, so then who would I... Am I able to go talk to... Oh, what's his name? James some more over at the farm. Or maybe there is another contradiction over in Paul Ryan's statement and I'm just completely missing.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Let's see. He wouldn't know about his musical ability. Okay,
that's it for now. Thank you.
Well, you know what? When in doubt, let's go call the chief. That always seems like a fun thing to do. I think he might have some helpful hints. I hate being lost immediately, but you know, that's the risk you take when you're diving back into a game that you haven't played for a week. Hello, Chief. Ring, ring. Hi.
Go on, Jenks. Surprise me.
Chief, lots of new information for you.
Oh, hang on. Let me sit down. Go on.
You know that cult I was telling you about? Well, it turns out it was Atlas all along. It was
Yes,
the
because
same
we
thing.
found out last time
the
that
student-
when James started
Did you know
posting
that?
flyers
Yes,
about,
Jenks.
Well, the student who died last year, Liam, was a student there. They had to
exactly,
change
about
their name
Liam
after he died
dying,
and were forced into an
it
out-of-court
ruined
settlement with the
everything
family.
about Third Eye.
Also, I met Paul Rand.
And they had to
finally.
change names over to
It was worse
Atlas,
than
change
Ryan,
locations,
who was a straight
everything.
answer to anything.
What did he say about Liam?
Not much, other than that he was drinking throughout the course.
So we've got 2 heavy drinkers and 2 suicides in 2 years. They must be proud.
Of course. So the Chief says we have to push Paul Ryan a little bit more.
Right.
Bye.
Thanks, Chief.
So it seems like that might be the thing we have to do. And yes, that's basically exactly what I did, Mouse. I just kind of walked up to everybody's door, was like, hey, what's up? Just kind of checking in. See you later. Bye.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
So, doesn't recognize the leaves, hasn't heard of the drugs. The Atlas phrase, free to be free, was designed to summarize Atlas's objectives. I wonder if it is more... I wonder if that's going to end up being a trigger phrase. God, that would be so funny. Let's see. Didn't see him after the course. I've been drinking all night at the seminar. Says he was bright. Well, let's try that. So there was a lot of push off on Ryan as far as those. I want to say that there's something about this necklace that really stands out to me as being the thing that I kind of want to press on. But I don't know what to take advantage of. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas? Or maybe it has something to do with some of the more recent information that we've gathered. No, that's not going to be it, but I kind of just want to clear my boxes, so to speak. This also sticks out to me, Liam's death being unavoidable.
What do you know about this?
I kind of want to
So
re-see
you've
this real
been
quick.
graced with Goebbels' company already, have you? James, our local minister for propaganda.
Right.
I suppose Ryan already told you all about our actual previous incarnation.
And we
Yes,
found out
yes.
that Third
Did
Eye
he
was
tell you anything scandalous?
part of
Unless you count
Atlas
the
and
suicide.
yada 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 yada. Already explained all that.
These things happen.
Was it your idea?
The suicide?
Third Eye.
Yeah, I suppose it was. As my son had started.
Okay. God.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
You know, there is one last resort that I can go to, at least that I want to go to. What is that? I have things I haven't talked to Rebecca and Ryan about yet. Okay, so I guess there is an ability to talk to Ryan again at some point. But maybe Rebecca. Maybe going to see Rebecca would be a good thing. Curiouser and curiouser.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
What about the
Does
guitar?
Ryan
Do you know
play the
anything about
guitar?
your husband's guitar playing ability?
He tries.
Uh-huh.
He does keep
So
roasting
you
me
have
on
the
them,
same
though.
condescending
I think
tone
he
that your
believes
father
if he writes
about
the
it.
right one, he'll suddenly turn into Jimi Hendrix. It's sad, really. If I just let him play in his room, as long as he plays in there, I don't mind.
Of course. So cold, so loving. But that still didn't really give us anything to go off of. God. Okay. So that means
Thank
it's
you.
got to be
Probably
something
be
in
back
Paul
later.
Ryan's statements. Think about it. As much as it's annoying you, it's annoying the shit out of me, too.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay. So I need to find a way to somehow connect Kate and Liam in his mind, I think. Maybe. I think that's what the chief was trying to tell me. So there is both of these. No, I mean, that's really not going to help me very much. Wait a second. What about this?
Aha.
If they don't allow drugs or
So if you
alcohol
don't
on the
allow
site,
drink or drugs
how is
onto
he?
the site,
Aha!
Why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey?
Aha!
Well, we did give him various warnings. Did try
What
to
kind of-
stop him, but
Here's the
didn't
thing.
work.
They may
But
have
let
been
him stay on
drinking,
the
but I'm
course.
pretty sure it wasn't alcohol.
Couldn't throw him out. This isn't a primary school, Inspector.
No, but
We're
it
not
is
the
like a
police.
private
We can't
club. You can
enforce these
absolutely just
rules.
make them not
If
able to
they
come
pay the
back.
fees, they're
Right?
entitled to stay
Time
on.
passes in this game,
what if
Mouse,
they
whenever
want
I
to take
reach a
drugs?
certain point in the
As
story,
long as
so it
they
is
do
kind
with
of a
discretion,
metered pace.
Frankly, I don't care if they want to wipe or inject paint stripper all over their faces.
Do you store
Okay,
any alcohol
God,
at
why?
Atlas?
No.
Is there a kitchen?
Why? Do you want to go down there and check?
Kind of, sort
Well,
of, can
obviously
I?
you wouldn't mind if what you're saying is true.
Of course I wouldn't mind. It's past the lavatories down the corridor, but you won't find any drugs in there or alcohol.
No, but I might find some tea.
Whether I find
I do
alcohol
wanna
at
find some
Atlas or
tea.
not, it probably isn't particularly relevant. But it's worth a look anyway.
You got it. Let's go take a look. Wait, why am I exiting the house? How do I go look at the lavatory
a
if
few
I
more
have
things,
to exit
please.
his house? Oh, right.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
It wouldn't be the kitchen in his house, you freaking moron. It would be the kitchen over at Atlas. Alright, let's see. Go down the
So
corridor past the
kitchen
lavatories.
Must be down the corridor there. If
I was
what
curious
Paul says
as
is
to why that
true.
hallway was there and why we couldn't go down it. Okay, so first off, let's hit the investigate button, see what we can find. Some tea glasses, vases. Interesting. Ooh, bunch of tea kettles. What else? Straws. Drinking apparati.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Well, there's a TV
That's
right
the mark
there
for either
with a
porn or
DVD player.
alcohol.
I don't think anyone will mind if I have a quick look at this.
Okay, so I guess our only other option is to go over to the TV and let's find out what the DVDs from the pile have in store for us. Okay, Atlas Life Skills Training. This is probably your basic Atlas intro video. Let's take a look. Hello, Ryan Rand. Looking very stern.
Freedom, true freedom, means freedom from many vices that society had traditionally believed to be virtues.
Okay.
Self-criticism, self-doubt, guilt. Ladies and gentlemen, These are not virtues. These are sins. Born of a fake morality implanted deep within our minds and collective consciousness by governments and religions through the ages, with the sole purpose of preventing the masses, stopping us from achieving the same success, happiness, and freedom enjoyed by those at the very pinnacle of society.
That's a very powerful speech he's giving right now.
I'm going to show you that common morality is nothing more than the cynical creation of an elite desperate to stay in power. An elite hell-bent
That's a very
on preventing
ironic
you
statement coming from someone
reaching
who's
your full
standing
potential.
atop a very, very sand-covered mountain.
But the good news
It's
is
very easy for it to give way.
that you can take back control. You can become the success you deserve to be.
Of course, like I'm going to succeed in finding out who
Atlas
killed
will
this
give
girl
you a
and the other guy.
unique and powerful advantage. Life in all its technicolor glory can be yours. All that you have to do.
It is a little,
stay.
I mean, it's absolutely cult leader vibey, and I mean, that's the point. He's very
it.
charismatic.
And learn to love your ambition.
That's what
Welcome
leaders
to
do. They
Atlas.
talk. They talk better than anyone else. Welcome to Atlas. For more information, please contact. I really wonder if you dial that number. It's a British number, but I wonder if you really dial that number, what it'll give you. Also, I don't think it'll give me another DVD, so let's try the XXX DVD. It's probably... I really hope it's not the movie XXX, because that thing was fucking terrible. Oh, why are you filming yourself looking in your pockets for... Wait. This is somebody recording evidence. Going through somebody's code in a closet or something. Two wallets pulled out of the same coat? Was somebody stealing shit around the...
Well, that was odd. Looked like someone pickpocketing, but why make a video of it?
Interesting. They look like slightly more dainty hands. I want to see that again. Oh, son of a bitch. I can't look at it again. I can look at it again. I just have to go into here. Right? Yes, watching the DVD. So let's watch that again. I'm very curious. I'm going to try and see if I can figure out whose hands those are. They look like a very dainty man's hands. So I'm wondering... See, that's the thing, though. I'm wondering whose coat this is, as well as who it is videotaping themselves, finding all of these wallets in this person's coat. I think those hands might have been Simon's. Let's go find out. Like I said, they looked very kind of dainty-ish. So I don't think they're any of the Ryans'. And they look like a man's hands. I don't know. Okay. Is there anything more in the atrium? I still can't get in there. Hello? Nope, still not in the lounge. Oh well, worth a look. Alright, so... yeah, let's go ask them about this video. I think that might be the good thing to do.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Have you
Hi.
seen this before?
It's like he's doing with the hand symbol.
No, sorry.
Wait. What? Are you... Wait. What? Well, that was just an outright no.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
I guess let's try Emma.
Have you seen this before?
No? Don't think so.
Are you sure? Okay, so that's two
Thank
people
you.
who don't recognize
Probably
the
be back
DVD.
later.
I guess let's try Rebecca. See what happens there. She's our other female down the lane. She is kind of ruthless and nosy, so she might have recorded herself going through somebody else's things.
Do you know anything about this?
Oh,
No, sorry. Ask
wait.
Ryan.
You paused in the beginning there. I don't know.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Also, how am I going to get to Ryan if I can't get through Paul? Yep, I guess we'll hit up the resident pop monster extraordinaire. Nope, wrong one. That's the one. Hello.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Do you recognize this
Seen this
DVD?
before?
No, what is it?
Do you recognize it?
No. Should I?
I think... God, why did... everybody's just giving the same roundabout answer. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I don't think I do, but I don't.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
The only piece of evidence I've got, nobody recognizes. I guess let's go up the stairs. Maybe somebody happened to appear in the greenhouses behind the place. Seems to be a little bit more populated than greenhouses should be. Then after that, we'll warp straight over to Ram the Senior's house. Alright. Alright, everybody. Sorry about that. You know, we had the same problem last week where it kind of cut out right there in the middle, and that's what happened, basically. Apparently, Time Warner Cable stumbles sometimes, and it started dropping frames. I don't know if it's because of a jolt somewhere in the system, or if it's because of the game that I'm playing, whatever. I don't care. It didn't happen again last time after that, so hopefully it won't happen again. We're back in. Anyway, Zoom game. So now we got to go back and talk to
A few more
poor
questions,
Ryan.
if you don't mind.
Ask him what he knows about this damn DVD.
Seen this before?
The writing looks familiar, but no.
How do you mean the writing looks familiar? That's got to be something that I can ask him about. Because what an odd thing to say. Oh, I know the person who wrote on it, but I don't know anything about what's actually on that DVD. So where can I ask him something about someone else's writing? I don't know. Okay, I guess not. Then maybe some other...
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
I still can't talk to the son, son of a bitch. But I have to because he's part of the people that I need to talk. Is he... Do I not have some way to get to him behind the house? No. So I guess we go back to Papa.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
But then I've got to be on to something with that writing thing because, I mean, does it look like the... No, the M's aren't the same. Like I was looking at the M on the DVD versus the M on the bag of drugs here, but sadly, it's not the same damn. Yes, I did talk to him about the alcohol, how it wasn't allowed on the site, and yet somehow Liam was drinking at the night of the seminar. But it seems I'm not done with this, because while... where'd it go? Atlas doesn't allow drugs or alcohol on the site is definitely out. This phrase, which was the last contradiction, isn't. Interesting. There are a lot of things that he says are familiar, but he can't say for certain. Upon second review. Huh. He says that she was drunk on the course. Interesting. So then, this is hurting my brain. We know what's on it. There wasn't anything else at Atlas for me to discover, however. Like, I can't go into Ryan Rand's office because he's not there right now. He's here, maybe? I actually don't know where he's supposed to be here at the house, but I don't have a way to talk to him there. But like even in the tips it says I have 4 things I haven't asked Ryan about yet. And Ryan needs to be asked about the DVD. So there's got to be a way for me to talk to Ryan. I just don't know where. Maybe he's out in the woodlands randomly. Who knows? Oh my god! Oh shit! He got my hat! He got more than...
The DVD!
Oh,
That's
fuck.
all they took. It must have been deliberate. Someone clearly wanted that back. Nice and helpful of them to leave a piece of evidence behind, though.
A clothing bag from Monarch Costumes. Interesting. What the hell just happened? Also, how was I supposed to find that? Like, let me just point that out. How was I supposed to find that other than just walking back over to Atlas when I had the DVD and was trying to walk back over to Paul Rand's house? I guess I could have just, you know, walked the whole way and found it there. Anywho. So it was that little punk-ass fucking kid up here in the Atlas meeting who was like, hey, bugger off, old man. I'm gonna end up kicking his ass at some point. I can feel it. I can feel it in my jinxie bones. Hello? I just got mugged on near your property by one of your students. And he took a piece of evidence from me, you jackass. Anybody? No? Son of a bitch. Okay, you know, the only person who's actually mentioned the costume shop so far was Paul Rand, so let's go back and ask him about that fucking thing.
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Have you seen this before?
It was just
No, I
used to
don't
try
think
and
so.
choke me
You
out.
don't recognize the shop?
No.
Liar.
Is there someone else who works at Atlas? Someone who may have been there tonight?
No. There's a cleaner.
Who?
Comes at strange times, but then he's a strange boy.
Like strange enough for
Work
me to
experience.
have a bag put over my head and
Well, we did try
piece of
many
evidence
counts,
stolen
but
out
it
from
didn't work
underneath
out.
me. Underneath me? I don't know what beneath me is. But did you not just say you freaking... It says Monarch Costumes literally on the bag. Like, come on. Okay, this one's staring me in the face a little bit more.
Do you visit Monarch Costumes a lot?
No. I used to go in there occasionally. Why?
But you do know the shop.
Yes, of course I do.
You
Then
see, Paul,
why did you say you
I
didn't know
thought you
anything
said
about the bag?
you didn't
You
know
freaking
where this
kook.
bag was from.
Well, maybe I do.
Maybe you know a little
This
bit
was
more
used
about
to
where
put
this
over
bag
my
was from
head,
than just
Paul,
the shop that it
by
was
a
from.
mugger. Would you like to tell me something?
Are you suggesting that I had something to do with your mugging?
No, of course not. It just happened to
You
be one of
really
your
asked
students
the
in one of your
most
ridiculous
ridiculous
cult-like classes.
Of course I didn't.
So why did you lie about the shop?
Well, I didn't have anything to do with your mugging, Inspector, but I might know of somebody who did.
Okay, whose
Ryan
direction are you going to
mentioned
point me
Jason
into this
to you,
time?
the cleaner. Unfortunately, Ryan at some point
Jason, the little punk, I thought his
told
name was Zach.
Jason that the DVD mustn't be removed from the site. So, when he saw you take it, he simply thought that he was doing us a favor by getting it back. He isn't
Is
exactly
that
what
part
you
of
call
your
the
auto-hypnosis
best example.
technique?
So what's on the DVD that's so special?
All right, it was something I did myself, a little stunt I pulled to amuse the students.
What kind of stunt?
I pretended to steal from the students. I emphasize the word pretended. The students knew
So,
about it
wait,
afterwards.
are you
Everything
saying
was
it's your
fine.
hands that are in those,
Student.
in that video?
We were doing
the
a piece
hell?
about pushing the limit, so I decided I would show them
I
what was done.
don't know that I believe
Don't
him,
look so serious,
actually,
Inspector.
now
returned
that I think
everybody's
about
things
it.
Immediately afterwards, no harm done.
And when was this?
Last year sometime.
Mm-hmm.
At Third Eye or Atlas?
Third Eye, I think.
And this was before
So that was
or
back at
after
the
Liam
village hall.
died?
Well, since you'll probably find out anyway, it happened to be on the night that Liam died, as it happens. Before you ask.
You're kidding me, right?
No. I didn't steal from him.
Do you think it's a good idea to encourage students to steal, Paul?
They do
I wasn't
encourage students to
encouraging
not feel
students
guilty.
to steal. Policemen are so literal. Life is shades of grey, Inspector. Much as the
God,
force
why are
may
you-
like it doesn't divide neatly into black
Like, even if he's not leading me on, you know, like, even if he's not lying to me and he
No,
didn't kill the
you
girl and
shouldn't
yada
lie.
yada yada,
You'd have to
why is he being
decide
such a
if
dick?
You know where the door is.
Yeah, fine, answer your damn phone call. Can I talk to your son yet? Am I just being kicked out of your house? Is it 9 o'clock yet? Nope.
I see he was
Wait.
quick enough to claim he didn't steal from Liam. What kind of stunt was that anyway? And Liam dying later the same night? It's just all a bit too suspicious.
Okay, so now we can ask people about this stunt. Huh. Interesting. So, you know what? Since we're down here, at the very, is there anything that's ever gonna happen down at the very end of this road? I'm curious about that. Let's start at this end and talk to all of our people.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Basically, that's kind of the way it goes around here. Nope, he wouldn't know anything about that. But what about the
Seen
bag
this
shop?
anywhere before? Nope.
Wait. He doesn't recognize the mask either. Okay,
Okay,
fine.
that's it for now.
So I guess he doesn't
Thank
know
you.
anything about that shit. Very upfront and plain about the fact that he doesn't know anything about that shit. Jason, the cleaner. He's the one who would know something about the bag. Well, of course, he's the one who apparently put it over my head. I really thought his name was Zach, though. I don't care. Whatever his fucking name is.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Okay, so about the bag.
Have you seen this before anywhere?
Well, I know the shop, a costume shop just outside the village.
Ever used it?
Just
Not
outside the
personally,
village.
but I think
Am I gonna
Ryan
end up
might
going
have.
there? I have to, right? Ryan may have used the shop in the past. Okay, so that's two people who insinuated that the mask or something may have come from there. Ryan ends up using that shop a little bit.
Did you
Possibly
know
a year
about
ago when whoever it was
Paul's
made the
money
mask was
stealing
still
at
alive.
Atlas?
Or
Are you
still
talking
around
about a
or
particular
whatever.
incident or just in general?
It's something he did on the course. Stunt.
And what did he do exactly?
Oh, well, he pretended to steal from the students.
Pretended
That
to
doesn't
steal
ring
from
a
his
bell.
students.
Paul's stunts usually involve throwing fancy dress parties with scantily clad girls or
Of course
women
they do.
dressed
That
as
sounds like
nurses.
my kind of stunt.
That's his usual fetish.
When was the last party he threw?
Might be the only thing we actually agree on.
Sometime in the summer. I didn't stay long.
So why would we need to know about his fancy dress party? Interesting. Okay, well that's a couple of weird pieces of information that, like, her whole statement is just filled with a whole bunch of weird shit that seems to make sense on first glance, but all right. So Liam was in the band Blackstone with Emma. You don't suppose Ryan was in the band too, do you?
Thank you.
Like with his
Probably
guitars?
be back later.
That's true. The fancy dress parties would have a connection to the shop. You're absolutely right, Dan. Or, excuse me, Mouse. Okay. Our next stop. We still don't have a light source in order to investigate behind this shelf in the pub. So we don't need to go in the outbuilding. And is there still nothing over here? No, still nothing at the village hall. Great. Okay, so let's go down Woods Lane to Emma and Simon. Hello.
Just
I have
a
a
few
couple
more
things to ask
questions,
you
if you
about,
don't
like this
mind.
weird shopping bag. And did you ever get stolen from by
have a shop?
chance?
Have you used it?
No, but I know where it is.
Uh-huh. Everybody knows where it is.
What do you know about Paul Rand?
Paul the Slime.
You've obviously met him then.
Yes,
She doesn't
I
seem to
have.
care for him very much.
What do you know
It's
about
okay,
him
I
committing a
understand
fake
that.
theft during one of the courses?
What, about him going through people's bags? Yeah, he tried that thing on me as well, weirdo.
So
do you mean?
you were at Third Eye?
Yes. Yes,
Aha!
I
So
went there for a few months
this
after
is the
college,
cult
and I
that
left
she
because I
was in
hated it.
before all this. Not
And I
yet.
didn't
She
know
mentioned
Atlas
this.
was the same thing. And I went with Simon.
Does Simon do
Okay.
that?
No. I didn't want to burst his bubble, so I
You mean
say
his
anything.
So he
bubble of
doesn't know you went to
hypnosis?
Third Eye?
No.
Ah! So is that where you met Ryan as well?
Yep.
Right. What didn't you like about the course?
Well, it was stupid. They just made you do things to other people and be abusive just to prove that you could, and I absolutely hated
Right,
it.
to make you feel that you didn't have to feel
just
guilty
stupid
about doing
things.
bad things to people.
Nasty things to prove that you could do it. It was about not feeling guilty.
There you go.
And it was horrible. That's why I left.
And is Simon doing all of this stuff now?
No, I think they had to stop because it was just getting ridiculous. I think somebody got arrested or something.
Very interesting.
Somebody's gonna get arrested very soon. Whoever was put the damn bag over my head. That shit don't fly. Okay. So interesting. If this stunt, that's right. Paul said that jives with Paul's statement that it did happen at Third Eye. So then, what
Thank
does
you.
Simon have to
Probably
say
be
about
back
all
later.
this?
Seen this? You know the shop?
Yeah, I know the shop. I hired something from them last year, I think.
This is for a
What,
party, I guess.
something?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that? Was
What do you
it
know
maybe a
about
masked
Paul
party of
stealing
some
money from
kind?
students, part of a stunt or something?
What, did he do that? I've never heard about anything like that. No, it might be part of the risk-taking thing, though.
Explain that.
Well, it's part of the course. You have to do something dangerous or risky, something you wouldn't normally do.
Something dangerous.
Interesting.
Well, not dangerous, just risky.
So,
Like saying something you wouldn't normally say to someone, or doing something unusual.
Like stealing from other students.
Well, we didn't do anything like that, but
did
you have to tell everyone at the end of the
Paul Ryan?
course anyway. And you're not allowed to do anything that would hurt or offend anyone, or you're not allowed to do anything really bad. It's all pretend, really.
It seems a bit odd for a business course.
It works, though.
curious as to what you said about this. Doesn't recognize this particular mask. But did you hire... No? Okay. Was told at Atlas to do something risky, but not allowed to hurt or offend others. But he hasn't heard specifically about that stunt because that happened at Third Eye. Nope. Ah, that's the wrong one. I wanted to do this one and that statement. Just out of curiosity. Nope. Okay. Darn.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
So then I guess let's continue on trying to find Ryan Rand, because I kind of need to talk to him. I've got a whole bunch of items now that he might be very interested in the fact that I found. Where the hell is he? I went behind the house, and that just leads me to the garage, and I can't go back into the garage. I think he's at the Rand residence, but I can't. I got kicked out of there. I don't know if I can go back there. Hello? No, he's still not bloody here. Damn it. Okay, I don't really think I can use anything in here. Well, no, I can't use the packet of herbs in here. I can't use the key. No screwdriver. Son of a bitch. That's a good point, Mouse. Let's go see if that brings up something.
Ask about a few more things, please.
So... was at Third Eye when Paul pulled the stunt. But the only thing she says about that is that she didn't know Liam very well. Unfortunately, that's not really gonna poke out. Damn it. Curiosity begs the question. If you said you never tried auto-hypnosis yourself, how did the mirror not work? Damn it. I was really hoping that would be the thing. Oh well.
Be back later on if that's okay.
Now I'm really just worried about Ryan Rand. Like, what did his dad do to him? Okay, Ryan is the only one that I need to talk to right now, is what this is telling me. So where the hell is Ryan? I still, everybody mentions that costume shop, but there's still no way to get to this costume shop. I imagine maybe that's next hour? Let's go down behind Brandon House. God, still nothing that I can do here. Let's see. See, I can't use the remote control lock here to open up the back. I was trying to think of whether I could try and use the mirror to light my way back there, but I don't think so. Maybe the greenhouse in the back. I mean, it's a place I haven't gone to yet, so let's find out. Hello? Is anybody in the small greenhouse? Please be somebody in here. No. How about further up? No. Curiouser and curiouser. I guess let's see what the chief has to say. Maybe he has a beat on his location. Hi. Calling again, chief.
Go on, Jenks, what do you know?
Not much really, sir, except I've discovered Ryan plays the guitar.
You were going to tell me something useful.
Well, I found out Emma was in a band too.
What with Rand?
Don't think so. Not sure, actually.
Well, why don't you find out? Ring me back when you've
Okay,
got
so
something.
even the chief says go talk to Ryan Rand.
Yes,
Where the
Chief.
fuck is Ryan
Chief.
Rand?
Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't happen to be at the pub, would you? Because that would be real great. That's another really good point, Mouse. No, wrong one. That's the one. It'd be really funny if all of a sudden
questions,
just
if that's okay?
Ryan Rand was inside of their house. So you say she was in Blackstone with him. But didn't know Liam very well. Aha! Good job, Mouse Charger.
That band you sang in, Blackstone.
Excellent
was in the
job.
Just a few people from college.
Including Liam.
Yeah.
Why did you say you
Aha,
didn't know him?
nailed it.
No, it's not that. I just thought you meant that I didn't know about his suicide.
Yeah,
Did
no,
you?
that's not at all
No,
what you
I
said.
was away on holiday.
When he died.
Yeah, I only knew him through the band.
And that leads to the other contradiction
She
about...
definitely knows more than she's saying. She was in a band with Liam, but didn't know about his problem. I'm not sure I believe
being there
you,
when the stunt was
Emma.
pulled, which was also the night that Liam died. So, does that give me an updated testimony there? Was at Third Eye when Paul pulled the stunt. There we go. Was on holiday on the night Liam died. Bah! Now
So
we're starting
you
to pick up the
witnessed
pace here.
Paul's money-stealing stunt, is that right?
Yes.
But you weren't there when Liam died.
No.
Uh-huh.
Don't
Except
quite understand that.
we
you
saw
see,
the
because
DVD
Paul
and
pulled
we
the
know what
stunt
that
on the
means, and then
same
we got it
night.
stolen from us, and
Liam
yada yada
died
yada.
later
I'm
that
sorry,
evening.
dear. I need you to quit lying to me.
I
This
must
is like the
have
fourth
mixed up.
time you've lied
So
to
you
me.
don't know anything about Liam's death, even though you were there on that night.
No.
Emma. I think you better explain, don't you?
It was the stupid course, wasn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, we were all told to do stupid things, and then that thieving thing happened, and so
Did people
Take a
start
breath,
blaming each other?
Liam killed himself because of me.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Liam had a birthmark on the side of his face, and no one would mention anything, even though we all knew it was there.
Did you...
And they all thought it was ugly. So I thought I'd say something, and I even asked Paul if it was okay to say it.
What did he say?
He said he wouldn't mind. Then Liam killed himself. Liam's dead because of me.
None of that makes any sense.
Well, Emma, I'm quite sure you regret what you said. But I
I don't think it was because of that, my dear. I'm sure you said the thing, and I'm sure he was very upset, but that's not why he died. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Emma. That's not why he died.
Simon, please.
Simon doesn't
I
need
might
to
have to.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay. So that's 9 p.m.
9 o'clock.
Son of a bitch.
I suppose it's possible that what she said led to Liam's death, but I really doubt it. I blame the Rands before I blame her.
Agreed. I agree, Inspector Jenks. Ooh, now that is a good thought, Harwood. That is a very good thought. And I'm going to let you guys think on that because it is time to take a short little break. I'm going to let my ear take a breather. And when we come back, we're going to continue on our merry investigation way now that we've got a little bit of steam built up here. Now that we're back in the groove of Inspector Jenks. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Bye. So here we are at today's stopping point for Inspector Jenks' adventure. Tune in next time as the clock strikes 9, leaving us with just 3 hours left to find our killer. Will we make it? Will there be any other attempts on Jenks' life? Will there ever be anyone at the town hall? You'll just have to wait and see.